Welcome to your custom deep dive. So today, we're looking at some spec sheets and installation guides for a really highly specialized piece of technology. It is the Celerity UFO-CABLE-650P from HDTVSupply.
Yeah, and if you are looking at that, $625 price tag for an AV cable, you are probably having a little sticker shock right now.
Right, like why would anyone pay that much? Well, I mean, this isn't for your standard living room setup. This is a 650-foot data bridge.
Which is, just to visualize that, longer than 2 football fields end to end.
Exactly. So our mission today is figuring out how you actually send a massive amount of high-resolution data that far without the signal just completely dying on you.
Well, anyone who has ever tried to wire like a complex home theater knows that panic, right? When you realize your HDMI run is just slightly too long.
Oh yeah, and suddenly your 4K TV starts dropping frames or just blinking out.
Exactly. Because traditional copper cables, they suffer from massive signal degradation and electromagnetic interference over long runs. The electrical resistance just simply kills the data.
So like if sending an electrical signal through copper is like trying to run through a crowded hallway where you're constantly bumping into walls and losing momentum.
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it. And the Celerity cable avoids that entirely because it uses fiber optics, so it transmits the data as light instead of electricity.
Wow, okay.
It is literally like shooting a laser pointer down a perfectly mirrored tube. There is no interference at all.
Right.
It pushes 18 gigabits per second. So that perfectly preserves 4K video at 60 hertz with absolute zero loss. And that is regardless of whether it's traveling 6 feet or 600 feet.
That is wild. But, 18 gigs of light, that really only solves the data transmission part of the puzzle. Because practically speaking, building codes absolutely hate things that carry live currents through air ducts.
Oh, they definitely do.
And if you're a contractor, trying to fish this bulky HDMI head through tight drywall conduits in like a massive sports bar, it's going to be a total nightmare.
Right, which is exactly why the UFO part of the name is so crucial here.
UFO meaning universal fiber optic, right?
Yes, exactly. The engineers completely separated the cable from the connectors. So installers just pull this slim, complete directionless optical cord through the building.
Oh, so you don't have to worry about which end is the source and which is the display when you're roughing it in.
Exactly. It takes all the guesswork out of the rough-in phase.
Wait a second, though. I mean, we were talking about fiber optics here. That is literally tiny strands of glass inside that jacket.
Right.
So if a contractor is out there yanking 650 feet of glass through a drop ceiling, hitting 90-degree corners and metal air ducts, how does that not just instantly shatter?
Well, they engineered it specifically to account for that, for the brutality of commercial installations. The cable actually has a 60-pound pull strength.
Wow, 60 pounds.
Yeah, and you can bend it to a tiny 5-millimeter radius without breaking that glass core. It's incredibly resilient.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
And furthermore, the outer jacket is what they call plenum rated.
Right, meaning it's certified for airspaces.
Exactly. It is legally certified as non-conductive and safe for routing right through those sensitive building airspaces without creating a fire hazard.
Oh, okay. So you basically snake the raw, durable fiber through all the walls first, and then you just snap on the HDMI or the DisplayPort heads at the ends afterward.
They snap right on. But the cool thing is those detachable connectors aren't just, dumb physical plugs. They are actually miniature electro-optical transceivers.
Transceivers. So they are actively translating the electrical HDMI signals into those light pulses.
You got it.
But wait, that translation process, I mean, that has to require power. Where are they getting the juice to do that if it's literally just raw glass running between the two ends?
That is the genius part. The connectors themselves draw 5 volts of power directly from the source components, so like your TV or your media player.
Oh, wow. So it just uses the devices it is plugged into to power these microscopic computers that handle the optical transmission.
Exactly. It's entirely self-contained, power-wise.
So bringing this all together, the Celerity UFO, it isn't just a freakishly long cord. It is a directionless, modular, zero-loss data bridge.
Perfectly said.
It basically takes the physical nightmare out of the commercial AV puzzle.
It really does. I mean, it completely redefines how we think about infrastructure. Technology like this, it always starts at the commercial level to solve these extreme problems, but it never stays there.
Right. Which leaves you with a really fascinating thought to chew on. I mean, if we are currently using these detachable, direction-agnostic fiber optics with microscopic translation computers just to pipe 4K video across a sports bar without losing a pixel.
Yeah.
What happens to the design of our everyday electronics when this kind of zero-loss modular light-speed transmission eventually replaces the traditional copper wiring in every single home?